Content.
This is what sexual liberation looks like. Women are proudly showing that the pussy is the slave master of the dick. Remember when they used to say, a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets? Now, it's a freak in the streets, a sex worker in the sheets. Because they ain't messing with no broke niggas. There was a time where the mecca of sexual liberation was the strip club. Because the other women, they were being freaks in the sheets or in the cars, as you can see right there, or in the stall. The point is, they were trying to hide. Now, it's a global network, which I'll call fast food porn. Remember you used to have just a few websites where you can watch porn on, or you go to the strip club? Now Twitter is like the McDonald's of fast food porn. And IG, I think I could call IG like Chick-fil-A, but you get the point. Women are so liberated, you know, they're exposing their bodies, whether it's for sex work, or they're selling a product, or they're just having fun. And that's where I developed the term bear. When a woman is using her body to make income, or to get attention, or to attract people. The sole focus is using her body as her attraction to draw people in for whatever she's selling or for whatever she's promoting. Now the question is, who was the Martin Luther King for this movement for women? Was it Beyonce, Gabrielle Union, or Chloe Bailey? Nah, nigga. Amber Rose, Martin the Queen, of sexual liberation. She created the slut walk, where women paraded their bodies in the streets, proudly and happy. She literally took stripping as an indoor sport and made it an outdoor sport. Now this woman is going to go down in history as a legend for sluttiness. Now let's not get it twisted. A lot of women who came after Amber, who watched Amber, who studied Amber, have made a lot of money on social media. So I'm having fun with this, but that woman has changed the world. Her imagination has become reality for a lot of women. Believe that. So salute to Amber Rose. But while she was fighting the great battle for women, she was having her own personal problems. Because at the end of the day, if these women don't just like vagina and they also like dick, then ultimately they all want love. No matter how slutty they want to be, no matter how rebellious they want to be, they always want love. Love.
So Omar, I think what you're not understanding is that you can't really teach us anything because we're our own people. Like, we're women. So regardless of the intent, yes, there is women that have intent to, you know, catch a ball player or get attention. My whole thing is, if she wants to use her body for whatever she wants to use her body for, that's okay. Regardless if she wants to twerk and have fun. There's a plenty of times I've been to Carnival in Trinidad and I've danced with a million guys with no intent to sleep with them or get their number or talk to them literally ever again. So I don't think the intent really actually matters. And also, I don't feel like you can base how a woman dances or a picture that she posts on Instagram that she has certain intent without her telling you what her intent is. You can't just read her mind and just be like, you know, she's posting this type of video, so her intent is this. I think that's a lot of, going back to my slut walk, that's a lot of shit that we protest against, because if we're on top of a speaker at the club and we're twerking and we're dancing, that's not necessarily an invitation for you to come and touch us inappropriately or assume that we want anything from you. We're just trying to have a good time.
Now check this out, but we have to understand the ramifications of not having certain standards in our community. Let's say if you got a brother, right, and his philosophy is, you know what, by any means necessary, meaning that I have a family, I had to provide for my family, and I'm gonna do anything, and I mean anything, to get money, right? Now, if a person is saying, you know what, do what you want to do, that's cool, I can't judge you, this and that, that's cool, but let's just say if that brother is following that philosophy and he's getting money, he's doing things, but then the ramifications of what he's doing could put his wife in danger, his children in danger. See, that's the part that we're not looking at as a people. What are the ramifications if we don't monitor our intent?
Yeah,
it's like
but
the
you
sun,
have
right?
to tell guys that, not us. You have to tell guys not to touch us. You have to tell guys not to just assume. You can't tell us not to have fun and not twerk and not post pictures. You got to preach that to
don't
the
want to
men.
listen.
I had a pool party and we were listening to dance hall music, and I was dancing with one of my male friends that I don't have any prior history with at all. We were dancing together when he walked in, and he told me tonight the reason why he cheated on me with a million bitches behind my back and completely discarded me was because when he walked in the first day, he saw me dancing on a guy and he knew exactly who I was at that time.
Well, damn.
No, that's deflection.
If that ain't abuse, I don't know what the fuck is.
Hey, the nigga saw you. He saw you as a slut.
Like, after a whole baby, a family.
He saw you as a slut. He saw you as a slut.
You know, loving my son and my son from a previous marriage, calling you stepdaddy. Now you're saying that you had nothing to believe in because you saw me.
He saw you as a slut.
Saw me dancing with a male friend the first night we met.
So
that's absolutely ridiculous.
He saw you as a slut.
Ridiculous.
You can't promote wholeness as a queendom and then want a male's love when the kingdom controls a male's love and protection over you. Now, another woman called Brittany Renner, she took the baton. As you can see in that picture where she is at a game, I want to make it clear, she's not there because she's a sports fan. She's just there to recruit the athletes.
in my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
Now, just like Amber, in her failed quest for love, made a baby, I only know of one, and still couldn't keep a man, they all end up having to tell their story of the hurt. Because ultimately, a man maybe, and we can debate on this, maybe ultimately determines the happiness of a woman. That wants love, that wants a family, that wants security, that wants protection. In this society, in this world, in this dimension that we're in, you probably need the opposite gender to fulfill you completely. So as much as these women rebel, it gets to a certain age and a certain time in their lives when they want that companionship. But then you have rebelled and sold yourself as a hoe. So none of these niggas want to settle down with you because they have to go and be amongst other men who may not respect them because of the person that they lay in bed with, who they all feel like they can easily get also, even if it's not true. So now they get to telling the truth, which is the X. You got the bear and you got the X, and that's how you have bear X. You got the body and then you got the story.
First of all, hi. I crave connection, but I am not entertaining men for the sake of having notifications. I know what it's like to be desired by men. I don't know what it's like to be valued by one. When people ask me, why hasn't it worked out with anyone? Well, because I've never valued myself. I've been running from myself for a really long time. And I'm no longer drinking it away, eating it away, sleeping it away, fucking it away. I'm sitting with my shit. I was entertaining conversations with men I knew I would never take seriously because I felt like it validated me. Single, I'm alone, but I'm not really. I have people on my phone. But I never needed anything outside of me to validate me. But until you're ready to get that honest with yourself, you'll keep looping back until you do something different. You're really only holding yourself back and prolonging the inevitable, which is you having these difficult conversations with yourself. You don't believe in love, you're desperate, you don't think you can do any better. Ultimately, you feel like it's what you deserve. Anything you attract from a disempowered state won't last. That's a feel-good life quote. And you deserve all the things that you deeply desire. But your actions have to align with your beliefs.
Listen, that was a powerful message. Very powerful message. And I actually applaud Brittany for not just faking the funk and also telling the other side of what these women who, promote their bodies and use their bodies to attract, to make money, you know what I mean? That's the center of their universe. They also speak about the other things that they're going through. And I respect that, because there's a lot of women who are coming up who may be delusional about things and they will have to deal with these consequences later on. But if you have somebody like this that's an OG that's letting you know exactly what you're gonna go through, you have to respect and you have to salute that, okay?
So you said a couple of years ago, one of your friends fucked a guy you had been with?
Two of my friends, actually.
What?
Please, forget it.
My whole thing is if she wants to use her body for whatever she wants to use her body for, that's okay.
Because they see a guy with you and automatically he's popping.
That's why
Somebody
I said, girl,
who was
I done been
invisible.
through some shit. You have no fucking idea. Like, it has really been a mental health journey for me to not fucking stab people.
Same.
Like, seriously. Like, on some fucking horror movie shit.
That shit would break my heart. More than a guy, it would be like my
Right.
friend doing that to me.
Yeah,
I've had
two
it
of
done
them,
to me
two
so many
different ones.
times.
I can't see myself doing that to a friend. That's
Yeah.
Me
So I had
never.
to become reclusive for a minute, and that's why I haven't really been posting on Instagram or being out and doing my thing, because I really had to work on myself because I was so angry. My whole thing is if she wants to use her body for whatever she wants to use her body for, that's okay. That had happened to me. But even the girls, it's I cared about them. They were my friends. It was just really fucked up. And you get so angry that and even in therapy, and I hope that people that are watching this can relate, because I talked to a couple other people. You really feel like you are capable of killing someone and going to get a fucking snow cone and just not thinking about it twice. It's the thought is why you need therapy. And obviously, if you act on it, then that's a whole different.
You're gonna go to jail.
Yeah, you'll go to jail.
Jail
You don't want to do
therapy.
that. But the thought, if you can have that thought as a rational, logical, good person, there's something wrong. You've been pushed to your limits. It was actually the new girls within the last couple years were the ones that I cared about and I brought into my life, and they did that to me. But also the person that they did it with at the time that they did it with was really fucked up. And so...
You think it was intentional or?
Oh, yeah.
You promoted Slut Walk. So Why are you crying about your homegirls being sluts and fucking your man? You the teacher. Why are you surprised that they're following your teachings? If you listen to these women's message, it always revolves around men. So who's the master? The dick or the pussy? But the question that I leave y'all with is, do men ultimately determine the happiness of women?
Okay, how?